Peace, everyone, and welcome to the first official episode of Administration Sundays. Every Sunday, I want you to leave with one system, one strategy, or one move you can improve, create, organize, or complete before the new business week begins. Today, we starting with the part most people avoid, an honest audit of the back end of your business. Before you call another potential client, I need you to know whether your business is actually prepared to serve the clients you're asking for. Your logo, your LLC, a website, that don't make your business ready. Those things can help, but readiness is what happens after a client says yes. Can you collect the right information, build a responsible quote, send an agreement, accept payment, schedule the work, communicate during the job, document completion, and follow up without making everything up as you go? That's what we're going to find out today. And by the end of this video, you will have a business readiness score out of 100, a list of 3 gaps that need your attention first, and 1 assignment you will complete before Monday. This is not a motivational exercise, it's a working session. So get the Administration Sunday Business Audit Worksheet, grab a pen, and be willing to tell yourself the truth. Let's jump into it. The worksheet has 10 categories, and each category has 5 statements. For every statement, give yourself a 0, a 1, or a 2. 0 means it's not started yet. 1 means it's in progress, but you can't confidently use it today. 2 means it's ready, organized, and usable right now. Be strict with the word ready. If your service agreement is still sitting half finished in your note apps, that's a 1, not a 2. If you open a business bank account but still mix personal and business spending, that's a 1. If you have a list of prospects but no name, contact roles, the dates, or follow-up plans, that's also a 1. Each section is worth 10 points, and all 10 sections together equals 100. Don't stop every time you find a gap and try to fix it while we still auditing. Mark your score, write a short note, and keep it moving. We'll prioritize the work at the end so you don't spend the whole day redesigning the logo while your pricing, insurance, paperwork, or follow-up system is still missing. The first category is your business foundation and administration. Look at the 5 statements and score what is true today, not what you plan to have next month. You should know your business registration, tax identification, and any local setup requirements that apply to your local location. You should have a separate business banking system, even if the account is new and your balance is low. You should also have a professional email, a working phone, your voicemail setup, a defined service area, and an organized place for important files and your renewal dates. The reason this matters is simple. This organization, it becomes more expensive the moment your business starts moving. You don't want to have to search through 3 different email accounts looking for a certificate of insurance, forget when a policy renews, lose a signed agreement, or take a job outside your service radius because you never decided where you operate. In your filer system, it don't have to be fancy. A clean structured folder labeled for legal documents, insurance, your clients, quotes, invoices, receipts, and operating procedures is enough to get you started. The question is whether you can find what you need in less than a minute when a client asks for it. Second category is your service offer and target clients. This is where a lot of promising businesses become hard to understand. They want to offer medical carrier work, senior errands, freight pickup, passenger transportation, moving help, groceries, and every local delivery somebody might request. The owner thinks that sounds flexible. The customer often hears that this business has no specialty and no clear process. You need one focused lane you can explain first. That doesn't mean you can't add another service. It means you know what you're leading with, who normally buys it, and what operational problem you're solving for that buyer. A medical courier offer, it might focus on dependable schedule routes, time-sensitive pickups, documented proof of delivery, or coverage when an existing route needs some support. A senior errand service, they might focus on trusted local assistance, family communication, appointment support, prescription pickup, grocery help, or recurring wellness and errand visits. The service is different, but the principles are the same. The client should quickly understand what you handle and why hiring you helps them. You also need boundaries. What areas do you cover? What hours do you operate? What you will and what you won't transport? How much work you can responsibly accept with your current vehicle, your schedule, equipment, and any help. Saying yes to work you can't support is not growth, it's a future service failure. The third category is pricing and profit readiness. You don't need one public price for every job, but you do need an internal method for building a responsible quote. If somebody calls you today, your answer should not depend on whatever number feels good in that moment. Your pricing method should account for the real work you are performing, your time, your mileage, pickup and delivery complexity, and any extra waiting. You also need to know your minimum rate because a short trip can still consume a lot of your time. Most importantly, don't name a price before you understand the assignment. Ask who requesting the service, what is being moved or completed, requested timing, any special instructions, documentation requirements, and whether the job is a one-time request or a recurring route. You can say, I can absolutely help you. Before I quote it, I need to understand the pickup, the delivery, the timing, how often, the item details, and any waiting or special handling. Once I have the full scope, I can give you an accurate rate instead of guessing. That response, it protects you and it sounds more professional than throwing out a rate too soon. Finally, your quote, your invoice, and your payment terms should agree with one another. If the quote say payment is due before the service, but your invoice says net 30, you've just created your own confusion. Your client should know what's included, what creates an additional charge, and when your payment is expected. The fourth category is insurance, compliance, and safety. And this is not the section to assume your personal policy covers your business activity or to collect random certificates just because another person mentioned them online. Your coverage and requirements, it should match the work you actually perform. That may include commercial auto, the correct business use classification, general liability, cargo or property coverage, and other protections requested by the client or required for your operation. That exact combination, it can vary by your service, the contract, your vehicle, where you operate, and your insurance company. So verify it with a qualified provider and the client instead of guessing. The same applies to training and certifications. HIPAA awareness, bloodborne pathogen training, CPR, first aid, and background screening. They may be valuable or required for certain lanes, but they're not decorations for your website. If you say you can handle a regulated, a sensitive, or a specialized service, your process should support that claim. You also need a plan for the moment something goes wrong. What happens if the pickup is not ready, the customer can't be reached, your vehicle breaks down, or an item gets damaged? A professional operation, it don't promise that nothing will ever happen. It decides how to document, communicate, escalate, and recover when something does go wrong. The fifth category is your sales and outreach system. And you don't need a 40-page presentation just to introduce a local service business. You do need a clear one-page flyer or a capability statement, a professional email outreach, a call opening, a quote or proposal template, and a follow-up process. Your one page should tell a prospect what you do, where you operate, what makes your service dependable, how to reach you, and what next steps you want them to take. It should not be a page full of vague words like quality, excellence, and solutions without explaining your actual service. Your prospect list, it should be more than just a collection of business names. Identify the location, the contact role, the phone number, email if available, the date you contacted them, their response, your next follow-up date, and the service problem you believe you can solve. For a pharmacy, the contact may be the owner, the pharmacist in charge, the operations manager, or a delivery coordinator. For a hospital, it depends on the service you're offering. For senior support, you may be speaking with a family decision maker, a case manager, a community director, or a referral partner. When somebody says, we already have a courier, you don't have to get discouraged. You can say, I understand. I'm not asking you to replace a relationship that is working. I would like to learn whether you ever need overflow, after hours, same day, weekend, or backup coverage when your regular guy can't take it. That keeps the conversation focused on a gap you may be able to fill. Halfway through the audit, if your score is lower than you expected, don't get discouraged and don't start changing your answers. This is exactly why we're doing an audit before a client can expose those gaps for you. A low honest score is more useful than a high score built on plans and assumptions. Take 10 seconds, look at the first 5 categories, and put a star next to the section that will create the biggest problem if a client calls tomorrow. Then keep going, because the next 5 categories are where the customers actually experience your operations. The 6th category is intake, booking, and payment. When somebody is ready to hire you, what happens next? If your entire process is text me the address, you're leaving out information that can affect the price, the safety, timing, and success of the job. Your intake process, it should capture who's requesting the service, who will receive it, the contact information, pickup and delivery details, the requested date and time, item or task description, how often you need it, any access instructions, special handling, weight expectations, and any required documentation. For senior services, you may also need the relationship to the client, know if there's any mobility or assistant details, the emergency contact, and clear boundaries around what you do not provide. After intake, the client needs confirmation. That may be an email, you can send a text, send it through your booking page, or you could use signature capture. But it should repeat the same important details, the price or the approved estimate, the payment timing, and your change or cancellation rule. You also need one calendar or a dispatch board that shows what days you are booked. A job should not exist only inside a text message thread. Make it easy for the client to pay, issue a receipt, and see what the charges cover. The seventh category is operations and proof of service. This is your start to finish procedure for doing work the same way every time. A standard operating procedure, it doesn't need to sound corporate. It needs to reduce forgotten steps. Think through the job from acceptance to closeout. How do you review the request, verify the address and contact, confirm you arrived, and close out the job? Proof can include a signature, a timestamp photo, or just a name. The right proof depends on the service and privacy requirements. The important point is you can show what happened without exposing sensitive information or relying on memory. You also need a backup plan. What happens if your phone dies, your vehicle is unavailable, the client changes the time, or you become sick? You may not have a second driver yet, so set clear limits on what you can responsibly cover. The eighth category is customer communication and retention. Many small businesses focus so heavy on landing the first job that they never build a process for keeping the client. Your customers should know how to reach you, when you normally respond, and what updates to expect. For a delivery, that may include accepted, picked up, delayed if necessary, and completed. For a senior support service, it may include arrival, approved updates during the visit, completion, and family summaries that stay within the client's consent and your service boundary. You also need a way to handle complaints or mistakes. Document the facts, explain the next step, and follow through. Don't disappear because the conversation felt uncomfortable, and don't promise a refund, replacement, or a remedy before you understand what happened and what your agreement requires. After a successful service, follow back up. Ask whether the service met their needs, whether recurring support will help, and when you should check back in. A one-time pharmacy request, that could turn into a scheduled route. A single senior errand, that could develop into weekly support. Retention grows when you notice the repeat problem and you make the next step easy. The ninth category is financial and file management. Revenue coming into your account does not automatically mean your business is profitable. You need a basic view of what came in, what went out, what the vehicle and the job required, what invoices are unpaid, and what obligations are coming due. Track your income and your business expenses consistently. Keep your receipts organized and stored away in a safe place. For your invoices, use unique numbers and know what invoices are open, due, late, or have been paid. Set reminders for taxes, registration, insurance, certificates, and other renewals that apply to your business. Client files also need structure. Keep agreements, intake information, quotes, invoices, service record, and communication where you can retrieve them quickly. Sensitive information, it shouldn't be scattered across screenshots, unsecured notes, and personal devices that anyone can access. You don't need to become an accountant during this episode. You need a repeatable weekly habit that helps you see your business clearly. The 10th and final category is planning and growth tracking, and this is the purpose of Administration Sundays. Motivation may get you started, but a weekly operating habit that keeps your business from disappearing under everyday life. You need a protected administration block, even if it's only 60 or 90 minutes. During the block, review upcoming jobs, unpaid invoices, outreach, follow up, any expenses, any vehicle needs, and your 3 priorities for the new week. Track the movement of your business. How many qualified prospects did you add? How many calls or emails did you complete? How many follow-ups are due? How many quotes did you send? And what revenue came in? The point is not to create more work just to keep you busy. The point is to stop confusing activity with progress. Your lead tracker, it should tell you the next action for every active prospect. Your client tracker, it should tell you what is scheduled and what needs your attention. Your weekly plan, it's going to tell you what must happen before you start reacting to everything else. All right, so now turn to your scorecard and add up all your totals. Your final number is out of 100. If you score 85 to 100, your business is client ready in many important areas. Your assignment is improve the weakest area and test your systems under real use. If you score 65 to 84, you have a workable operation, but inconsistency, it can still cost you opportunities. Close the gaps that's affecting your pricing, protection, your client onboarding, and delivery first. If you score 40 to 64, you have a piece of a business, but your back end is exposed. Don't panic and don't stop all outreach forever. Be selective while you build the documents and procedures that protect the work you are pursuing. If you score below 40, focus on the foundation before you aggressively chase contracts. That's not failure, it's direction. The score is not a permanent label, and it's not a guarantee that any particular client will approve you. It's a snapshot of what is usable today. Your goal is to improve the score by completing real systems and not by changing a 1 to a 2 because you thought about the task. Now identify your 3 lowest categories. Those would be considered your priority gaps. Next, ask which one creates the greatest risk or blocks your nearest opportunity. A missing logo is not more urgent than missing insurance clarity. Choose one task you can finish before Monday. Not 10, just one. We're only looking for one improvement at a time. Write the task, why it matters, the first 3 steps, what proof will show it's completed, and the time you will finish it. Then you're going to put that time on your calendar. Your proof may look like a tested form, a completed template, a sent email, an organized folder, a written procedure, or a confirmed answer from your insurance company. Don't choose the easiest item simply because it feels good to check off. Choose the item that makes your business more capable, more protected, easier to hire, or easier to operate. Before we leave, go to the comments and write this sentence. My score is blank out of 100, and before Monday, I will blank. You don't have to post your private business details. Just name the class enough so we can hold one another accountable. Next Sunday, we're going to build the client prospect tracker because a list of random business names is not a sales system. I'm going to show you what information to capture, how to organize the next follow-up, and how to see what prospects deserve your attention first. For today, finish the audit, complete one improvement, and come back to your score later. Administration Sundays, it's not about watching me organize the business. It's about you building yours with me, one useful system at a time. Stay safe, stay blessed, get to your hustle. Peace.